Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate. Thanks for being here. I have today a short curtsy squat class. We're going to focus on your feet, some ankle flexion, and maybe get a little quad burn, just a tad bit. You probably won't need any props. If you know that you like blocks to have them nearby and a blanket, then do what makes you feel the most comfortable. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna start in child's pose. So go ahead, come on in, and we're gonna start with the toe tuck child's pose, right? So give yourself a second through table, roll out your ankles, wiggle your toes. Then when you're ready, tuck those toes under, walk your hips back to your heels, and start to relax here. Let your hips shift a little bit side to side. Let your weight move from one foot to the other. And then once you feel like you've settled in, start to relax the weight of your head down. Feel your shoulders soften and let your arms just into the floor. And breathe. If this is terrible on your feet and you are absolutely dying here, please untuck your toes and come into a traditional child's pose. I'm going to take a couple more breaths. So you start to feel yourself kind of here on your mat. Let the rest of your day, what has come before this moment and what will come after, just slide into the background so you can be here with your breath, with your toes and your ankles and the rest of you. All right, and then slowly make your way up into table. Untuck your toes, tap out the tops of your feet, and roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Yes, when you inhale, let your chest slide forward. And as you exhale around, curl it in. One more. Take a breath in. And then round here. All right, you're gonna walk your knees forward just a hair. Sit your weight back on your heels. You can always set a blanket underneath you, right between your butt and your feet. And that makes it feel a little better. You're gonna inhale, take your arms, reach them up. When you exhale, drop your right hand down, left arm up and alongside your ear. Nice side lean here. And then inhale up through the middle, and just same thing over the left. Drop your left hand, stretch up and over to the left. Feel that extension through your right side, even as your right sitting bone roots a little deeper toward your heel. And inhale, come on up, reach your arms up. When you exhale, we're gonna come back into table. Take your right leg, stretch it straight back behind you, tuck your toes, and just push through your heel. You can use your hands to really anchor down and push back. That's it. And shift your shoulders over your wrists, engage your core, float your right leg up. Now you're gonna open your toes out to the right. We're just gonna sweep this foot out and give it a little tap out to the right. Inhale, lift it up, and when you exhale, you're gonna sweep it around and over to the left, trying to keep your hips steady and even tap down. Inhale up, out to the side, and then back up and over to the left. One more of those. Come on back up, hips nice and steady, tap out to the right, lift, sweep it around, tap to the left. And when you get there, actually, let's tuck the toes. Push through your heel here, take your gaze over your left shoulder. Look back at that foot. Inhale, we're gonna sweep this leg back up and take it out to the side again. This time, toes point straight forward. You're gonna drop your foot all the way into the mat. Tuck those left toes under and send your hips back to your heels. Yes. Inhale, we're gonna come on up. Come onto that right heel and come up right onto your left knee. Right hand can come down to your top of your thigh here. You're gonna take your left arm up and let's take another lean over to the right, this time in Parigasana. Yes, inhale, come on up, reach it up. And when you exhale, hands come back down to the floor, find your table, pull your belly button back toward your spine, sweep your right leg straight back behind you. Deep breath in. And when you exhale, drag your knee into your nose and you're gonna shift that right foot forward. Okay, so now we're here in our lunge. Gonna lift your left knee and just slide your left knee a little closer. So it's a shorter distance between your back knee and your front foot. And then come on up. So we've got a good stack. Shoulders over hip, over knee. Here we go. Hands to your thighs, sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna send your weight forward. I know we don't often do this, but you can take your knees beyond those toes, working into the ankle. You just wanna make sure that this right heel stays rooted. So if you start to come off the floor, back yourself up. Yep, press into your foot, come on back up. We're gonna do it again. Shift your weight forward, sink it down. Press into your right foot up, and let's do it one more time. Gonna sink it down. Stay lifted through your chest, and then press it up. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. And when you get back there, give yourself a second to kind of pedal out those feet, sway a little bit side to side. Shake out your head. All right, and then you're gonna take your knees, drop them back down, find your table. Same thing on this side, the left foot's gonna stretch straight back. Tuck your toes, push through your heel. Get a nice stretch through your calf. Some length through the back of your leg here. Right? Core strong, float it up. Here we go. Gonna swing it out to the left, trying to keep this right outer hip as stable as you can. Give a tap. Boop. Up through the middle, sweep it over to the side, tap to the right. And up through the middle, and out to the left. Bonk. And then up, around, and out. One more. Out to the side, and tap, and then out and around. When you get there, this time tuck your toes, push through that left heel, take your gaze over your right shoulder. That's it. And then up through the middle. Gonna sweep it all the way out to the left. Toes point toward the short end of your mat. Drop your foot. Right toes tuck. Send your weight back to that heel. Come on back for a moment. Shake out your head. And then walk your hands underneath you. You're gonna come up right onto your right knee and come onto your left heel. Left hand to your left thigh. Right arm's gonna sweep up and over. Stretch up and reach out and breathe. Inhale, come on back up, reach up through your arms. When you exhale, plant your hands. You're gonna sweep your left leg back behind you, core nice and strong. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose, round it in, and then step that left foot forward. And you're gonna drag your right knee a little closer in and come into this shortened version of your lunge. Hands come to the tops of your thighs, lengthen up from your pubic bone all the way into your breastbone, right? You're gonna sit as tall as you can, and then shift your hips forward. You can let that knee come over the toes, keep pressing through your left heel, and then we're gonna come on up, and then dip again. Yes. Come on up, one more. We're gonna dip it again. Yes. All right, and then come on up, plant your hands, downward facing dog, take it back. Same thing here, spread your fingers, feel the upper arms wrap in toward your ears, outer shoulders hug in, but spread across your upper back. Deep breath in. When you exhale, lower your knees to the mat. You're gonna walk your hands back, tuck your toes under. We're gonna sit on the feet for a second here. Take a breath or two. It's gonna be okay. And now from here, right, gonna lean your chest back. You can take your arms forward. We're gonna see if we can lift the knees off the mat and find a little bit of a toe balance. Watch me fall back into the water. It would be hilarious. Here we go. I'm gonna lift them up. Find your balance here. Maybe bring your hands to prayer. And again, you're gonna take your arms forward. See if you can take your chest forward, but drop your heels. So we're in this low malasana, feet pointing straight forward. If that doesn't work, just see if you can kind of lift the knees up into the chest. Your heels don't have to drop. We're just working on those ankles a little more, okay? Gonna come on back up, find your toe balance, and then shift your shoulders back a bit and slowly lower those knees to the mat. Okay, we're gonna do it again, ready? So lean it back, you can take those arms forward if you want. Here we go, we're gonna slowly lift. Whoop. Find your balance. And then drop your heels. You can spread your knees to make some room for your body so you don't go all the way back, right? And then come back up onto your toes. One more, and drop those knees, slow and steady. Bring them forward. It's a lot of work, right? Last time. Shift your weight back. Here we go. Lift your knees, I lost it. Lift your knees. Yep, and then drop your heels. Oh, and from here, Uttanasana, press into your feet, straighten through the backs of your legs. Oh, give yourself a second. That's it. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away. Come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down through prayer. You're gonna walk it forward. Take it to the top of the mat. Okay, here we go. Nice strong Tadasana. Roll your shoulders back. Press down through your feet. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Exhale and fold. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen out. And downward facing dog. Slide it back. Inhale, float your right leg up. You're gonna reach it back behind you. When you exhale, bend your knees, stack your right hip open on top of your left. Give yourself a second here. Yeah, and then you're gonna square it off, gaze forward, draw your knee into your chest, and step it up. And we're gonna take that shorter lunge stance one more time. So drop your knee, bring it in a little bit closer, and come on up. Hands to your right thigh, gonna shift your weight forward. Yeah, your knee's gonna track over, it's okay. Keep the weight in your right heel until we do this next thing where you come onto the ball of your right foot. Keep your chest lifted. And then drop your heel, come on back out of it. Same thing again, you're gonna rock forward. Come onto the ball of your foot. Lower your heel, come on back up. Last one. Dip your hips, come on up. Ball of your foot. Drop your heel, press your weight back, plant your hands, downward facing dog. If you want to snag a vinyasa here, you can roll through a vinyasa. If you want to hang in down dog with me, you can hang in down dog for a couple of breaths. Feel your heels root down, the tops of your feet like they were going to lift up toward your shins. Left side, inhale, sweep your left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hip, open it up. Yes. And then square it off, reach it back, gaze forward, step it up. Same deal, you're gonna bring your right knee closer in so you can come on up, both hands on your left thigh. Sit up nice and tall and dip again into your lunge. When you get down there, come high onto the ball of your foot. Yeah, drop your heel. Come on out of the lunge. Going right back in, ready? Lower it down, left heel stays rooted until it doesn't. Lift it up. And then drop it down. Come on out, one more. Dip it down. You got it, come onto the ball of your foot. Drop that heel. Come on up, plant your hands. Downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward and walk or hop, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. When you exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. Okay, here we go. You ready? We're gonna come into chair here, right? So you're gonna bend your knees, sink your hips, and take your weight back, right? We're gonna kind of bring it back behind you a little bit. Try to keep your chest as lifted as possible. You're gonna shift your weight onto your right foot and see if you can just slide this left foot forward. And we're gonna drag your foot through chair and tap your toes back behind you. Keeping the weight all over here on this right side. Bring it forward and kick it out. Slide it through, tap it back. One more. Bring it through, kick it forward, drag it underneath, tap it back, and then spill your weight back into that left foot. Crescent lunge. Inhale, come on up. When you exhale, open warrior two. From your warrior two, you're gonna come onto the ball of your right foot, flip your right palm, reach up, stretch back, reverse warrior. Drop your heels, straighten your right leg, reverse Trikonasana, and then come out and over for full Trikonasana. Lengthen it up. Nice long spine. You can use a block under your hands if you want. Inhale, and then windmill this left hand down to the floor. Step it back, down dog split. Inhale. When you exhale, bend your knees, stack it open. We're gonna drop into wild thing. Right foot falls behind, lift it up. stretch back. And then right hand to the mat. If you want a vinyasa here, you can. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, walk or hop, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, and fold on your exhale. Press into the floor. Here we go, let's do it again. Inhale, come on up. Hands down through prayer. Chair pose, sink your hips, keep your chest lifted. Shift your weight into this left foot, right? Outer left hip strong. Come onto the ball of your right foot. And now, little kicky chair. Kick it forward. You're gonna slide it under and back behind, tap. And then bring it underneath, kick it forward. Weight all on that left foot, drag it underneath, tap your toes back, slide it forward, tap your heel. Last one, bring it all the way back, tap, and then shift, and come on up. Inhale, crescent lunge, exhale, open warrior two. Gonna come onto the ball of your left foot, flip your front palm, reverse warrior, reach up, stretch back, nice long left side. Keep this reverse action. Drop your heel, straighten your left leg. Inhale, come on up, exhale out and over, Trikonasana. Nice long spine here. Shake your head. Deep breath in. And then we windmill it down. Step it back, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, walk or hop, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. And hands down through prayer as you exhale. All right, we're gonna add on. This time we kicky chair and then come out and around like we did when we were in table. You'll see. You ready? Plant those feet. Here we go. Drop your hips. I don't care what you do with your hands. Do whatever you want. I find it easier to kind of move my hands around. I also think it feels good, so whatever. But if you want to keep your hands on your hips, your hands to prayer, that's cool. We're going to shift your weight to your right foot and do a kicky chair first. And now you're going to take this ball of this foot and we're going to draw a little circle around till we come out and over to the right. Ready? So here we go. Draw it out and around. Boom. We got our curtsy right there. And then bring it back. Out. Into kicky chair. Drag it in. Okay? Let's do it again. Shift to that right leg. Give your kicky chair. And then come out and around to the right. Find your curtsy. We got this going here. Bring it back and around. Kicky chair. Whew, regular chair. Who thought regular chair would be a rest pose? But it is. One more time. Shift, kick it out, sweep it around, and we're gonna hold the curtsy. You ready? Here's where we're gonna have some fun. We've got our curtsy here, right? Bring your left fingertips to the block or the floor. You're gonna grab the outer edge of this left foot with your right hand. Push into the floor with your right foot, and we're gonna lift up and kick back. So we're in, like a bound standing split for a moment here. And we're gonna take it into revolved Ardha Chandra Chapasana. So lengthen your spine and start to roll your right shoulder open. Yeah, sweet. Kick your foot in your hand and breathe. It's okay. And then we're gonna slowly kind of rewind, right? Draw your left knee in. You're gonna keep your left foot off the floor, but take your right hand, swing it around in front of your right leg. Grab the pinky toe edge of your left foot, and we're gonna kick out, come down to a little pistol squat. Okay? We're gonna come up. I promise this is really hard, but you can do it. You ready? You can use a block under that hand. You can cheat and use both hands on the floor, but we're gonna slowly come on up. As you do, drag this left knee in. We kick it out and forward. Oh, try to find your balance. Kind of hard with all the water moving, but breathe. Ooh, ah. Inhale. Warrior two. When you exhale, step it back. Flip your front palm, reach up, stretch back, reverse warrior. Inhale. When you exhale, windmill it all the way down. We're gonna take this right leg, swing it up and back. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Okay, so now we're gonna slide this, come down through Wild Thing, but slide your shin onto the floor, right? So shift your weight to your left hand, drop onto the outer edge of your left foot, and we're gonna slowly lower until that right shin comes down, and we spin to face the back of the mat. This leg in half hero pose. If that doesn't work, you can bend your knee, bring the sole of your foot here for a little Janu Shirshasana. It's all good. Inhale, lengthen up. When you exhale, come out and over. Now we're just working the opposite on this right ankle, right? We've done some work in the flexion. Now we're gonna stretch through the top of the foot. Lengthen up and fold. Inhale, slowly make your way up. Left hand to the front of the mat, swing it around, lift it up, downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you want it. Before we hit the other side, it's up to you. Gaze forward, walk, or hop, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Slide your hands down through prayer. Here we go. Chair pose round 2. Okay, shift your weight. Come onto that left foot. Here we go, kicky chair to start. Right foot out in front. And we're gonna draw that circle, right? Slowly out and around, out and around, out and around till we come to the left. We nail that curtsy for a second. Come back through. Find your kicky chair. Slide your foot underneath, regular old Utkatasana, okay? Here we go. Shift to the left, kicky chair out, and then around, 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 around. Tap to the left, and bring it back. Chair. One more. Shift to the left, kicky chair, out, and around, and around. Oh, and find your squat. Here we go. It's a little harder on this side. Maybe it is for you too. You're gonna bring your right fingertips to the floor or a block, right? Left hand's gonna grab the outer edge of this right foot. Shift your weight into your left foot. We're gonna come up, first drawing that right heel in toward your glute. Lengthen your spine, kick your foot into your hand. And then a little revolved Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Roll your left shoulder open and breathe. And then we're gonna release that, right? Draw your knee into your chest. Take your left hand around in front of your left leg. Grab the pinky toe edge of that right foot. Gonna kick forward. Come down, working the squat here, right? Keep your chest lifted, hands can come onto the floor. It's all good here. We're gonna come on up to stand. Root down through your left foot. If it's hard today and hard tomorrow, hopefully it'll be easier and easier as we work on this practice, right? So press into that left foot. Ugh. Come all the way up to stand. Kick your right foot forward. It's all right. If you crash and burn, refocus. Right foot kicks out. Right hand reaches back. Oh. And then step it back, warrior 2. That's a challenge. We work on it, right? Flip your front palm, reach up, stretch it back again, reverse warrior. Sink into that left thigh. Inhale, come on up. When you exhale, you're gonna windmill it down, step it back. Oh no, we have to swing this up and back, right? Bend your knee, stack that hip, open it up. We're gonna do our Wild Thing into our half virasana, right? So you're gonna drop toward your right hand, come onto the outer edge of your right foot, and then slowly, carefully, left shin comes onto the mat, or left foot in Janu Shirshasana, right? Gonna lengthen up and fold. If this feels crunchy and disgusting in your knee, then come on out, right? You know the difference between beneficial and sacrificial. Don't sacrifice your knee. One more breath. And then you're gonna slowly rise up, plant your right hand, lift it up, step it back through downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you want another one here. Take a breath in, and then we're gonna gaze forward, and we're just gonna kind of hop your knees forward. Boom, and take a seat. Yep, gonna shift over to the right side, so I'll spin. Shift over to the right, grab that left knee, peel it up, press down to the top of your foot. Yeah, and set it down. Lean over to the left, same deal, grab the top of that right knee. Part of your foot that's still on the floor, let that root into the mat. And then you're gonna drop that, sweep your feet to one side, stretch your legs out in front, go ahead and lay back. And we're just gonna prep here for a bridge. So bring those shoulder blades in, arms right alongside your body. Hips or feet, hips distance or whatever kind of feels natural to you. Press them into the mat when you inhale. I'm gonna lift it up. Take a breath here. If you wanna interlace your fingers underneath you, come a little deeper into it. You're gonna come onto the ball of your right foot and let it drop. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Let it drop. Come onto the balls of both feet. Take a breath, lengthen your tailbone, and then slowly lower it back down. Release your hands and lower your hips back to the mat. Take your feet wide. Let your knees drop to the right. Bring them up through the middle. Let them drop to the left. And up through the middle. Hug both in. I'm gonna roll around just for a second. Anything else you can do if you need to add a deeper twist, right? You can find your way into a happy baby. And when you're ready to relax, I'm gonna stretch it all the way out. And give yourself some time here. Legs out to the sides, arms out to the sides. If you want a blanket underneath your knees, underneath your head, or over top your body. Do what makes you most comfortable so you can enjoy these next few moments of being here on your mat with your breath and all the sounds around you, whatever they may be. Just allow the sounds to go in and right back out without causing disturbance, distraction. Do your best to keep your attention on your breath. And please feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. If and when you are ready, you're gonna start to move your fingers, your toes. Welcome subtle movements back. Oh, and then slowly draw your knees in and come to rest on one side. Take a second to pause here. And press into the strength of your arms. Come on up. Take a moment to find a comfortable seat with your eyes closed. And bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor your time on the mat today. Your body and your breath and your quads and your ankles and your feet and your toes for getting you through it today. The list is long. It's always long. Thank you for spending time with me. I love that you're here and appreciate it deeply. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Like, share with a friend, comment below, let me know what's going on, and check out some of my other videos when you get a chance. Make it a wonderful day.